Guys, I wasn't gonna do this video. I wasn't gonna do it. I was just gonna go. I just was gonna go. But I feel like, listen, I think he gave okay. Sonic gave Merlina peace because he knew that Merlina was just in pain. You know, she had like a whole existential thing. The thing about Surge is like a whole bunch of shit happened, and I just feel like IDW Sonic ain't really doing the exact same thing because these things don't really have the same. These things are similar, but they don't have the same context. You know, Sonic got to know a little bit of Merlina. You know, got to know her, and then like she pulls the whole "I'm the villain" thing, and he gets, you know, and then Sonic has to fight her. But then, you know, she's like, every world has to have its end, and you know, and then Sonic just kind of gives her a speech. IDW Sonic kind of tries to do the exact same thing, but I feel like it fails because it's just like, I don't know, just the way IDW Sonic is characterized, it don't feel the same, you know? Like the both moods in those two scenes do not add up. I like how everybody's like trying to be like, but they do the exact same thing, you know? No, because it's like two different feels. It's two different feels. So I got to know Merlina a little bit. He didn't really know Surge. That's why I didn't like how he was just because it didn't read like Sonic was trying to talk to Surge, to understand Surge. It felt like Sonic was talking down to Surge. You know, that's what it felt like. And I don't know, man. It just kind of feels like that to me. And I'm trying, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes or nothing, but I'm just feeling that, in my humble opinion, I do like Sonic's characterization in Black Knight because, honestly, that's how Sonic should be. And it's not just because it's my hypers. It's not like what everybody's saying, like, it's gotta be your hyper-specific headcanon of Sonic. No, it's something that's kind of always been characterized with Sonic. Hell, even in '06. But it's not the same with IDW Sonic. I don't know how can I explain it a little bit more clear so you all get the picture. To me, Sonic ain't looking at Surge with understanding. It just seems like more condescension, and he kind of did that with with Shadow, Mr. Tank, with Shadow talking about, hey, we need to stop Eggman. You know, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, I don't know. IDW Sonic to me is just, it tries to capture Black Knight Sonic and all the other Sonics that would do these kinds of speeches. But it kind of fell short, in my opinion. I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'm not trying to like start nothing, but I'm just saying. That's how I feel. Because it's like it to me doesn't work. And if that was Ian's whole intention, well, I'm sorry, it just kind of fell flat. If that was really his intention, it really didn't meet. And it really didn't meet, you know, the same kind of criteria. Maybe if Sonic and Surge started fighting, you know, they really fighting, but she doesn't fall through anything, so Sonic doesn't presume that she's dead or anything. They fight because in my head, I would have it so where they fight, and Sonic's not giving an inch, Skirt, Surge isn't giving an inch. They keep fighting. Sonic kind of almost knocks her out. And she gets back up. Shaking. Going, oh. Oh. Then she breaks down. Tears start to form. But she's like, why am I crying? Why am I crying? See, I feel like that would work because then Sonic kind of has like an emotional link. But as the scene kind of stands, there wasn't really much of that. It's just Sonic doing his own shit because he can. Not because it was right. Not because it was the right thing for someone to hear. And y'all can debunk my video all you want. But that's my 2 cents on the matter. I don't know, man. I might just still keep using my avatar. I don't know. I kind of want to throw away my Jester avatar because of what happened on Discord now. So I may have to just... So I'm probably going to get something new. But I still like this. I still like this. Look, I still like this dude. Even though it's the girl lagging. But it's like having an old friend, But as I was saying. So, yeah. Well, that's how I feel about it. And if I was doing the scene, that's what I do. Really play up that tragedy that she's just locked and fighting with Sonic. And Sonic not really understanding, but the fact that she's like, they pretty much went like 5 or 6 rounds and she's still like getting up and she's shaking, she's crying. It's like her body wants her to still keep fighting Sonic, but her head doesn't want that anymore. That's what I feel. That's what I feel should have happened. Instead of Sonic just being instead of Sonic just coming off as a condescending douche. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's gotten better since then. I don't hate IDW anymore. But I ain't gonna lie, it was a rough transition. And y'all can't tell me it wasn't. I'm not gonna dogmatically love IDW Sonic. If there's something wrong with it, I'm going to pick out what I feel is wrong with it. And I feel like people acting like we can't even say that because it's like, oh no, you don't know. I'm like, listen. I feel like people have the right to not like something. To say something against a favorite writer. They ain't being harsh. They ain't being like they threatening them or something. They got the right to say if they don't like Ian Flynn's work or anything like that. Or they don't like a particular scene or how a character is treated. This is not fan whining. This is people actually stating what's wrong with IDW Sonic instead of just, bitching about it. But people just see it, people just perceive it as bitching. It's not really that. I believe that IDW Sonic has its moments where it's good. I mean, heck, I'm a Sonic shepherd, bro. I take what I can get. But you gotta understand something, guys. People have the right to say what they dislike about IDW Sonic, whether you like it or not. we're all people with our own thoughts and ideas and feelings. I mean, my friend Alex, he has so many opinions about freaking IDW Sonic. Y'all freaking slam this man against the wall. Y'all used to slam this man and crucify his name just because he thought differently than you guys. And anybody can say whatever they want. But I bring it up because I bring up how this fandom will literally take it out on any of us if we have a difference of opinion. Take me for example. I just said I like the idea of Scourge having a solo comic, and what happened? Everybody jumped on me, man. I never told that to my ex friend Hungry because I never thought it was something that I needed to really talk about. But yeah, I remember being dogpiled by a bunch of Kim Pender hating idiots. Even though I don't like Kim Penders because of the whole Ben-Hur situation. But none of these idiots never really gave me the chance to really talk about it. Because, like I always, and they were just talking about how, like, they were, the people that are making the comic are Republican. I'm like, let me, and I just want to say this. I want to make this clear to everybody. I don't care what political leaning you are on. Both sides to me suck literal balls. Alright? The fact that we all gotta pick sides on the fact that we have to make politics ooze into everything we talk about, especially a Scourge solo book, really shows that we letting politics rule our lives. It's okay if you have a side that you're leaning on too, but I just really gotta say that. Because that was like the whole thing. Because dudes, that's Scourge, and I remember reading the script to that Scourge comic, which would have been so good if you guys just gave it a chance. Because that's what still pisses me off about the Sonic fandom. We could have actually gotten something really good. Something that was worthy of Scourge as a solo character. But no. We gotta talk about campaigners. We gotta talk about the people who are making the comic. We gotta talk about their own work. We gotta talk about freaking their political leanings. And the reason I bring that up is because it's like, no matter what, if you're a Sonic fan, you just can't have nice things. You can't enjoy anything. You barely can discuss anything because we got a bunch of people who just want to rip people's heads off if it ain't what they want to hear. Like, I understand having a disagreement. But I've seen people threaten people. I have seen people get so fucking angry that they swat people. I've seen people almost commit the unthinkable that I can't even say on YouTube. Like, I have seen this fandom in its infancy. And I've seen it grow and mature, and this is what we get. We're all freaking talking about how Sonic is in Sonic the Black Knight, and if anybody talks about it in IDW, that's when we all gotta fucking bite each other's heads off. It's not cool. It's not cool. We should be united, but nah. If it ain't the IDW fans, it's a little. If it ain't the IDW fans, it's the more irate Archie fans that feel like they should get more than what we should get more. Or if it ain't that, it's the freaking shippers fighting over freaking Amy versus Sally or Amy versus Blaze. Again, it's just the same old shit. Again and again and again. And I just wish things were different instead of just, all these fucking, just all this, all this fucking discourse over just Sonic stuff. Sonic's characterization, because it's always that, and then it starts off simple enough, and then everybody just starts getting fucking crazy. And it's like, for what? For fucking what? We all love a blue... Dudettes. We all love a blue hedgehog. Why we gotta make things complicated, man? Why can't we all just build each other up instead of always breaking each other down? Last week I learned something, because I feel like that's all we do in the Sonic fandom. We break people down, but we never build them up. Unless your name is Ian Flynn, we just be breaking people down. And I don't think we should do that anymore. We should try to be better. Hell, I'm making up for my past. I feel like the rest of you need to make up for all the shit you guys are saying on fucking Twitter over just some dumb shit. Because we can never be a good community as long as we're always fighting each other. I was a guy that believed that the Sonic fandom could probably be fixed. But I know it can't. We got too many older fans, younger fans ain't never truly grew up. Van said that even if Sally comes back, they're all gonna riot. Which I think is fucked up. Like, dude, can I just say how ridiculous it is if you're an Amy fan and you're gonna riot just because Sally's back? Like, y'all don't know how Sega would balance all of the characters. I don't know. They'd probably be omitted. Probably some of your favorites might be omitted from the game just to show off the new characters, but still. I just feel like we got problems in the Sonic fandom. Truly, we do. And oh yeah, I like Surge. I really like what they're doing with her character. I know, she seems like a Mary Steele the way she took down Metal Sonic. But hopefully they've put her in the right direction. Hopefully.